The Calderwood Pavilion represents an incredible example of economic vitality and what the arts can do to transform a neighborhood and bring a community together and create a real home.
The energy of the building is very exciting. There's just kind of a vibrancy and a buzz.
It's been a great success story.
I think it's really transformed a major part of the theater community over the last 10 years.
The Huntington realized for a very long time that we needed a second stage. That is, we needed a performance facility that wasn't the 900-seat Boston University Theater. One day in the 90s, we discovered that the Boston Center for the Arts had decided to knock down a building that was on this site and try to develop it.
When we realized that we really could not save the National Theater, we agreed to a construction project with the Drucker Company.
The BRA and the Boston Center for the Arts wanted to create a new art center.
The Drucker Company wound up providing, as part of their deal with the BCA, the shell and core of the Calderwood Pavilion. And we decided, in essence, to take on all of the remaining responsibilities.
The Calderwood brought the first 2 new theaters to Boston in 70 years.
The Huntington produces 3 or 4 plays a year here. We've had a string of terrific work.
Having these 2 fabulous new theaters not only provided a great new space for the Huntington itself, but for a multitude of small and fringe theaters.
There are many other theater companies who make this their home or who produce here. They get world-class facilities that are provided for them at subsidized rates.
The Calderwood Pavilion's become a home for so many different theater organizations, and not only a home in terms of the space, but a home in terms of the infrastructure it provides with marketing and ticketing help, and just having great colleagues around.
Carl is claiming.
Russ, I have met personally with the family.
What family?
He says the family to whom Ted sold this house.
It's a colored family.
What the building has done for Speakeasy and the new things that we've been able to do include being able to use 2 different size theaters. We're able to use the Wimberley once or twice a year. That allows us to take a show that we know has really great audience appeal, like last season's Color Purple, and give it a place where more and more people can see it.
The Lord works in mysterious ways.
The Roberts Theater, which is about 210 seats, allows Speakeasy to make the audience feel like they're right on top of it.
The Calderwood allows the space for mid-sized and small companies to really spread their wings.
Company One Theater is a theater in residence at the Boston Center for the Arts, and we've been producing here at the BCA in the Calderwood for 15 years. And we serve Boston's diverse population with doing edgy contemporary plays and new play development. We've really been able to use the beautiful resources here to provide a platform for new work.
Our main objective in having a second space was to develop new plays.
It's just a matter of time before all the rebels are lying in a shallow grave along with Maceo and all of his...
I am the Huntington playwright in residence. It's an incredible gift to be able to dream about my play being here as I'm writing it. The readings, the rehearsals, the full productions, running into people backstage and think, what can we do in this space and what will that look like, and really have a picture of it. That's what makes it feel like an artistic home.
When a writer comes to Boston, I hear how wonderful they find our literary staff, the producing team. People feel really supported, I think, and cradled in this building.
The first act shows a day in our town. The day is May 7th, 1901. The time is just before dawn.
The Huntington did our town in our space. And I think that it was an extraordinary performance.
Seems like you're late today.
Yeah, something went wrong with the separator. I don't know what it was.
We had never had an experience with a black box theater before having named a black box theater. So we really didn't know what was the potential that you could do with it.
They raised 2 children apiece, washed, cleaned the house, and
It really
never a nervous break.
blew our minds that suddenly you're not going to a show, you are in a show.
They have events for school children in Boston and Greater Boston on a regular basis at the Calderwood. Give kids experiences and let them be exposed to what the culture community about, what the performing arts are all about.
This act is called Love and Marriage.
I like the plays a lot more here. They seem a lot more diverse than the ones I've seen before. I want to be a writer. Sometimes when I look at the settings of different plays, I get to see different things, and I take like what I see there and I put my own twist on it and put it into my story.
The Calderwood Pavilion really got me open to try new things, and it just got me kind of hooked to the whole theater arts and seeing plays and such.
Calpurnia!
Peace ho! Caesar speaks!
Calpurnia!
It gives you a chance to inhabit a character and to jump into a character's shoes.
It makes them think a little differently.
Who is it in the press that calls on me?
Beware the Ides of March.
Definitely helped the way that I thought about certain things, like certain situations, especially around school. Kind of opened my mind up to new ideas.
When the Calderwood was developed, the entire landscape of Boston theater changed. And when the Huntington was able to move off of Huntington Ave and broaden down to the South End, we watched the South End change.
You know what's great about having the Calderwood here is the people who now come to the South End on a regular basis because they came here first to go to a performance.
Well, we probably hadn't ever gone to the South End. We had lived here for 20 years before the Calderwood was built. Now we go to the South End all the time.
When people saw the Calderwood happening, they said, this is a place we want to go, a place we want to develop, a place we want to open our business, a place we want to live. And so the Calderwood was really a benchmark for the rest of the community.
I think the Calderwood serves as a beating heart for culture in Boston.
It would never be what it is today without the Huntington Theatre Company because they really stepped up, they raised the money, and obviously they've managed it well.
It's just fun, it's lively, it has a sense of energy, and it's a real community home for all of us.